Annyeonghaseyo. Today we are talking about Squid Games, the conclusion of season 2. Stay tuned. All right, welcome to another episode. Claire here. It's going to be in Claire's ABC. So part A is going to be season 3 summary. Part B is going to be the concepts and motifs, basically a common theme that's said throughout. And then C is going to be the future of Squid Games and just how its impact on the culture. Honestly, they picked the best looking people they could find in South Korea. Daegu, Busan, like the most attractive people they can find. It's almost uncomfortable. Like, everybody here is good looking. It's really crazy. Look at this. Boom. Before I get into that, I just wanted to thank you guys once again. I see that you guys are watching my old reviews from Squid Game from last season. So you're checking for the girl. Keep checking for me. I'm going to add this into the Squid Game playlist so you guys can watch them from beginning to end. And don't forget to show my shorts channel some love. We're trying to get it to 100 subscribers by July 24th. So first things first, I'm going to do a quick summary of the series and then things that were answered. I'll put that in there as well. So we're back. So basically season 3 part 1. They split up into 2 parts because Netflix knows we like to binge. The part 1 is basically when the front man, Eno, basically 456, he basically comes as a participant. He pretends to be a participant, and then they end up staging a coup, and then we have one of the people from the team, like basically he was supposed to get the magazines, basically the gun accessories. Can I say that? Basically he was supposed to go get those, and then that ended up slowing down the coup, and then the front man ended up turning on him and saying, hey, you thought you won, but they have so many guards. There were so many guards. So that's what happened in that one. And so pretty much there were so many casualties. And then Thanos, hey, senorita. Basically, Thanos was offed by 333 for trying to get at 222. So this part, just to reinstate, 222 is agent. I won't say agent. Participant 222 is pregnant, which people don't understand, like, until you're in a predicament where you have no choice. Because I was just like, I gotta think of something else before coming to this. Like, I'm pregnant, and she was well into her pregnancy. So anyway, so she ends up giving birth because, babies like to join. Babies are drama. They're drama from day one. She ends up giving birth, and then the taller, the one who was ex-military, ends up getting, off from the back by 333 because he thought that he was trying to attack them because there was a game of it's a hide and go stab. And so basically, if you're wearing red, you're the aggressor, and if you're wearing the blue, you're basically the hider. So anyway, so whilst that's all going on, Detective Hot, I have that on him on there. Basically he's trying to find out where the island is at, because his brother, who is a front man, ended up letting him live, pretty much giving him a chance to live, blah blah. And so 456 is, he's dealing with that guilt of all those people, the ghost of all the people that passed away to make him where he's at now. They go through different challenges. So the next challenge is Sky quit Squid Games. Ooh. Oh, that was not good. The Sky Squid Games, where basically you have to choose 1 or 2 people to push off, and there's like a final 7. And they were trialing for this, but when the baby, there's a thing where they pretty much give you your last meal. They had a warn baby thing to Celsius. I was like, not y'all feeding a baby. Like, who got to get baby duty as a guard? These guards are adorable but vicious. But like, can you imagine? Pew, 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 pew. Oh, who's a good girl? Coming from, like, what's going on? But anyway, so they end up doing Sky Squid Games. Humans Are is pretty much the name of the last episode. So 456 ends up offing 333 out of self-defense. And what ends up happening is that everybody pretty much 456 sacrifices themselves so 222 can have a future. So, basically the front man After the detective finds the island, they, of course, press the red button, execute order 626, destroys it. And pretty much after that, the front man gives the baby girl 222 to his hot detective brother. And then he gives the rest of the money to 456's daughter, who's in California. And it's just that the game still continues even in America. So concepts and motifs, I feel like everybody, like one of the concept motifs that I learned was like just your moral compass. Like, there's been so many different experiments with, I think it was the Zimbardo experiment. There's been a lot of prison and guard experiment they made us learn in psychology class. There's been so many times where we just prove time and time again that humanity is based on predicament. Like it's based on like even last year during the Hurricane Milton, I had a video about it where just how people, the greed, like me and my sister, we were looking for hours for a gas station. Like people were taking 2-3 kegs of gasoline for their generator, more than they needed, and all we wanted was enough gas to possibly go find food, when we had a chance. So just watching, like I definitely feel like the morality, everybody's morals compass is good when things are good, but your true test of moral compass is just seeing how people act. The next thing was family, just with the fact that, Eno is the front man and hot detective brother, with them being brothers. And then like just with the mom and son, like she ended up also, I meant to mention that, the mom and son that came in on this show together. Basically it's a show because the what they call the VIPs came and watched like it was a reality show. But the mom ended up de-lifing herself because she had to take her son out because he was going to take the baby out, and she was like, this is not what we do. But the grief of it made her de-life herself, which I'm just like, to me, once again, like that, like family ties, like I can do a whole video about it, but this is why me personally, like, it makes me nervous to truly know there's so many people out there who every day they're waking up with anxiety and they're stressed, all this other, because they don't want to cut off certain family members. Like, yes, they're your family members, but sometimes like sometimes we have to we have to cut them off for our betterment. So it's just, I mean, she didn't do all that, but I'm just saying, like, we have to cut them off for our betterment. So it just, I wish there has to be a study, but the psychology behind family ties, like, is completely different. Like, somebody off the street could sit there and say, you ain't ish, you ain't da da da, and I wouldn't think twice about it. I'm used to that. I've been Black for a very long time. But if somebody, like a close family member, says something to me, like, it just sticks, it sticks, it burns, it hurts. So definitely just a concept of family. Also, poverty. Poverty is also a common motif that they talk about as well. When it comes to poverty, I feel like everybody's sister, like I'm the daughter of 2 immigrants who had nothing when they came to this country, so I don't have a grandpapa somewhere who, like, when I mess up can make it disappear, pop up money, until you're in it, you don't understand. Because I mean, like I said, my parents did their best, but the conditions I was brought up, skip, we'll just pass that. But I'm here now, but I'm just saying, like, you don't understand, like, how hard it is to get it out in the mud. And you don't know how hard it is to get it out in the mud and then to keep it out of the mud. So with people saying, why would they do this? Why would they do that? Loan shark here, loan shark there. Like, you have no idea unless you're in it. Like, it's a different, the chemistry of somebody, so the brain chemistry of someone who grew up in poverty and who has seen certain unspeakable things, like, it doesn't match with someone who's never had to worry about or want for anything. You will never understand. So I definitely understand them going on the show, but I think the main thing is just that hope. Like, hope is like the most dangerous thing to have, because if there's 100 of you, like, and these people are all, if you put 100 desperate people in a room, like, why did you think that they were going to stop the game? Because there was plenty of times where, like, they had 3 million. I was like, 3 million, I just need 300 for groceries. Like, you know where I'm coming from? Like, but there, some of them, like, got to 3 million. They're like, no, let's keep going. That's 2 million. Like, and and this is knowing that every game is dangerous. Like, every game. Like, think of your childhood game, but dangerous. We're playing jacks. with spikes, you know, like anything that's like a child game, like they'll twist it. So just in that aspect, like just like that poverty motif, like that's a concept thing. And then of course, you know, just the top 10%, them seeing them as cattle, as entertainment, not being able to emotionally tie themselves. So future Squid Games, I'm glad it's done. I feel like we've done everything with Squid Games that we can do. I think that separating it into two pieces was when I was like, okay. Okay, you wanted to stop watching it. Like that's how I see it when you're like when you split something into two pieces like that, I'm just like, oh, okay, so you want us to stop watching it. Got it. But I think we're good. Like I like ending shows on a good note. Like there's some shows where I'm just like, we didn't need another season. Like I like you could have just give us more content. I love the fact that Choi So, I can't say his name, top, like T-O-P. Like I love the fact that I'm a Big Bang fan. I love the fact that T.O.P. is having a resurgence. Like everybody's like, oh my God, don't you love T.O.P.? I was like, since 2008. You're 16 years too late, but okay. But it's just knowing that Top had that second chance, like from this show, Lee Jung-jae. I still got the song stuck in my head from, I'm going to get it stuck in your, 안녕 하세요, Lee Jung-jae. 안녕 하세요, Lee Jung-jae. From, from the Jennifer Hudson Spirit Tunnel. I love that song. But I love the fact that he's having a resurgence as well. I didn't know he was in his 50s. Everybody just looks good. Hot Detective. I'm so mad I don't know his name. And then honorable mention, his First in Command. He also has a fan page, but his bone structure, like I feel like his cheekbones have their own fan page, like just gorgeous. But I love the fact that a lot of people, like they're gonna be able to move from here. Fox, I call her Fox Eyes, basically from the first Squid Games. Her modeling career, I mean, she was already a Chanel girly, but we love to see it. But I love the fact that like more foreign movies, and I think it was like a speech where they were just like, hey, like you're missing out on a lot of movies because you don't want to read. And I was like, you right, because they don't want to read. I already listened to K-pop and K-R&B, so it was nothing for me to to do it. But I can just imagine how many other good concepts of movies are out there that we're missing out because, of virginals and because of the fact that people don't want to read. So I want another country besides Korea to come out like with a show and just have everybody fall in love with it, because Squid Game, I want to say Squid Game first came out during the pandemic 19. It came out during that time, so I feel like it was really, I'm trying to think of scared, but like it was just a really good time. It was a really good time to release shows because we was home, okay. And it took the internet by storm. It still is. I just don't want y'all to forget like this leap in history. I want to say this broke records for South Korea. This broke records for Netflix of like most viewed show and series. So definitely keep watching it, keep streaming it. Any I said goose eggs. Any Easter eggs y'all found, put it in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely love it. I definitely want more shows that really just test like just show you how humanity is. As someone who has a psych degree, like it's really hard once you learn in psychology, like you learn every aspect of the human brain, like what they would do in different scenarios. And some of the things you learn, some of the things that you learn are like how far humans can go when they're not in a good situation. Like everything in Squid Games makes sense to me. People are like, oh my God, how could they even think to do that to, they would. I believe it. They would. I definitely believe it. But I love the fact that they weren't afraid to go there, because I was like, oh my God, there's a baby involved. What are they going to do? Like anything could happen. But I definitely want more shows to just make us think, like the psychology behind it. I did several videos on that. Definitely go watch those in that playlist. But definitely Squid Games. 감사합니다. I want to make sure I get it. 감사합니다. Is that right? We need a translator. Make sure I'm saying that right. But like, thank you guys for sharing your language with us, because I know we are messing up the pronunciation. But definitely a time was had. I even have the jacket. I even have my Squid Game jacket. But thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here. 안녕.